So the capital of an entire province is at the threshold of its carrying capacity in terms of waste management as an indicator. Just the other day, we were looking at the headlines of the local papers with the local government looking for immediate alternatives for their waste disposal. That's a big picture. So what we're seeing here is a great opportunity to work together as the transition initiative in the backdrop of not just the provincial waste problem, but actually in the backdrop of climate change.
But I think I've found light in the darkness I'm in. It's like the past few weeks of having to know my health condition, and as well as everything that has been happening around me. It's just forced me actually to go back inside me and just that feeling of emptiness and that void. But now I feel it doesn't even exist anymore. Coming here, being with people with so much light, and having to go back to things that are, the things that are very real. Like having to see how much healing I can bring in a lot of people's lives, and like in the past few days being in the mountain villages doing acupuncture, and each person that we have tried to help has someone brought a lot of healing to me. And it just goes back to what I have been doing this past few years of just doing, maybe trying to make some difference in that brokenness that I see around me, coming from Mindanao and having all that problems with indigenous peoples, with land and just health, and people who have to deal with disasters. But now having to just see all of these problems from the land that I come from, and having to see the light that I bring, and I think the darkness that I have gone through recently has just made me see how much brighter it can be. And I believe that we are at the forefront of in the work that we do, and I feel that things in the past few months have been just leading me into this path of bringing much more light into that to the darkness that I know that's still around me, not in me or even around me, and it's been great to have people who bear so much light that amplify the light that I have, and I know very well that this is all just beginning, and as far as I've been thinking of how things have been falling into place, that the light in me that I thought that I was gone is actually growing brighter even now, and I'm even actually much more excited now to begin, because I know how actually it can be done, and I'm just grateful for it. I think being here in the mountain province, it's a mirror of a lot of the things, of the realities in the Philippines, where a lot of healing must be done. I think a lot of the wounds that we have is are not physical, but it's the bonds between people that are marred by this culture that we have, the consumerism and the individualism. But I think like having to come to like the villages we've been to recently, and having to see how just a healing presence can actually bring people together to work on something. And I think that in itself is a model that we can work on to replicate in the other areas that need so much more healing. Yeah.
I think the idea to do a library is a great idea, because for the culture of this village and for the education of the children. And to work as well in community with the children of the village. Everybody trying to help a little bit. It's really interesting, really nice. So yeah, for them I'm trying to repair the wheelbarrows. Yeah. I think this project is one of the first you are doing here, and it's really good because maybe other villages will be interesting to do the same kind of project, because I think it's not the only village with difficulties to find some books and some stuff for children education. So yeah, if this one works, it could be great for the other ones. Maybe give some good ideas to other people as well.
Well, my name is David. I'm an environmentalist and musician from the United States, and I'm also part Filipino. So I came here first to rediscover my roots, the culture that I felt most distant from in North America. And my travels led me up here into the mountains, and one thing led to another. And now I am in love with this town, Ginaang, the children, in love with the work that we're doing, making something out of trash and building a library, because there's really almost no greater treasure in the world than a library. And so I think it's beautiful. It's funny, at first glance it might look like, I don't know, we're running some sort of child labor mine or something, but when you realize that these children are helping to plant the seeds for their own future of their own children with the books and the building that's going to be here, and you realize how excited they are. They don't have to be here, they come and they really want to help. And it's just an amazing energy that breathes for itself. Who wants to help me load some soil? Okay, here come some people.
Yay! The wheelbarrow.
We have a wheelbarrow.
When we eat food that are alive, we too come to life. So ibig sabihin, ano yung kasalungat nun? If we are taking dead food, hindi naman. Joke lang. Anyway, magkakaroon siya ng tinatawag na auto-intoxication. Automatic toxicity going back to the system. Kasi hindi mo siya nilalabas, wala siyang lalabasan, wala siyang papasukong, yun di pabalik sa system. Pupunta siya sa blood cells natin, diretso sa cell walls. Ang bilis ng pagpasok ng toxins pag pumasok sa cells.
We think like a circle, just like a dapay. What we put in our bodies is what we put back to the earth. The circle is a big reminder of how back in the days people have always seen the relationship of all things. So in indigenous communities, they have no word for environment because everything is part of the environment. If we understand the relationship of the hospital to the school, to the restaurants, to the church, to the local government, they're all interconnected. So all the waste that is created by the entire province using all these soft plastics that cannot be recycled, if you look at them, they're all MSG laden, they're all sugar loaded. It's really unhealthy to the body. That what they bury or burn as waste is what they put in their bodies as well. So they bury it in their soil, they bury it in their bodies. A very linear design of how we see waste. A quick solution of consuming, eating it, and disposing it, and then dumping it. But without any understanding about where this waste comes from and where this goes. All these initiatives are coming together as part of a bigger transition movement. Here we're looking at the shift because of the impending problem of waste. It is people-led, it is using creativity. As people are coming together, we are looking at action from small to big actions that are self-sustaining, finding new ways of seeing, finding new ways of solving this situation. Not looking at it as a problem, but looking at it as an opportunity for transformation. And they don't need so much money because people are looking at their existing resources, which is really themselves, their own passion, their own remembrance of their own values or remembrance of what is more important.